Who's a better kisser?
Oh.
David Boreanaz or Michael C. Hall? They both look like they'd be really good.
You're right, they both are really good kissers. You know, I'm going to have to kiss them both again. Like right next to each other and compare. That's what I need to do. So, yes, you can watch. Who wants to watch? Maybe we'll sell tickets for charity.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I had a follow-up question to that. It would have been whoever that was or Dana Delaney.
Oh, Dana. We'll go with Dana. She smells pretty and her lips are soft. There's none of that 5 o'clock shadow.
My actual question is, little screen or big screen? Where would you like to go next? Would you like to stay on television, or would you like to progress? Because we know you did Boondock Saints too.
Yes.
And you were amazing, of course.
Thank you.
But would you like to stay on television versus going into movies?
I just like to stay employed. You know, I've never been one of those actors that says, oh, I only want to do film, or I only want to do TV. You know, I'm one of those actors that says, I just want to work. And for me, too, it's about the role, it's about the character, it's about the people involved, who I'm going to be working with. Okay, the money, too, let's face it. We all like to earn money. But, you know, sometimes I work for free, too, so... But yeah, I mean, for me, it's really just about the character and the role. So I do love working on television, and I love it because of the family that's created on set. It's purely selfish reasons. You know, you spend years with pretty much the same crew and the same cast, and you get to watch their children grow up, and you get to see people get married and divorced, and just go through all the most beautiful elements of life together, and I really love that. It's really hard for me to say goodbye. I'm terrible at it. I'm one of those duck and dash people. I just run out of a room. I never say goodbye because I'll start to cry. So movies are hard for me in that way. You know, you work 3 months and then it's done, and I'm a wreck. So I like TV where you can extend it out for a couple of years, never have to really say goodbye.
Thank you.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
I have been a die-hard fan of yours since the Angel series. My question is, do you have a particular memory from the set on Angel, or a particular episode that you enjoyed the most? And also, do you still keep in touch with David or stars like Juliet, Lando, Drusilla?
I'm still very close with everybody. Charisma and I are very close. I talk to David a lot. I mean, we're all, you know, we all kind of grew up together, so we, you know, it's hard. I mean, it's, when we're working together, we don't spend that much time together, but then once the show's over and you realize the impact that these people had in your lives, I mean, you just stay in touch naturally. And, you know, I'm friends with almost everybody from the show still, so it was a great family and a great place for all of us, I think, to grow up as actors and as people. My favorite episode? I got 3. No, I got 4.
Let's hear it.
I got 4. I'm not in one of them. Okay? I think one of the best pieces of television was the episode Hush.
Yes.
Honestly. I get chills. I just got chills just saying that. I just think it's like, I'm not in it, so I'm not biased. The next episode that is my favorite, I'm completely biased. It's called Darla. Has to be my favorite. It's all about me. I love the episode Dear Boy. I would say my favorite moment on set is from Dear Boy. In the scene we're shooting underneath in this water tank, and it was me and David, and it's where I take out the crucifix and I burn it into him, and I say, God doesn't want you, but I still do. And that kind of opened up the character for me for that season. And it was one of those magic moments where I don't know, I mean, some days on set just magic happens and you get so excited that you're an actor, and that's what that scene was. It was a very long scene for us, and it was very intense, and we both felt that afterwards. We were just like, wow, this was special what we just did. And then my next favorite was when I came back in season 5 for the very end of the show. I think it was like the third to last episode.
Early question.
Yes. And I got to do that fantastic scene with David and James and Juliet where we talked about the one. I mean, who knew about the one? And it was just so much fun for us to be playful with each other after having years of doing all this like heavy dramatic work. We actually got to end on having this very fun scene between the 4 of us, and I think it was the perfect way for us to say goodbye to the show and for us to all come together.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
My questions both pertain, I have 2. They both pertain to Dexter, which I think is the best thing on television. Just a wonderful show.
Thank you.
In the beginning, the character of Rita, like you said, was very broken, very sort of awkward. That's one of the things I kind of love about the show, is how awkward Dexter is, and how the relationship with both of you also was different. And as the show progressed, I felt like Rita became somewhat more of like a cookie cutter kind of mother and kind of character. I was wondering how much of that was scripted, how much of that was sort of just the way it was taken. I know it's making it kind of sound like a criticism, but sort of the natural evolution of the character. But I was wondering, again, just how much of that was sort of intended, of making her a character again who at the start seemed very fragile, very fractured, to someone who's stable.
Yeah, that was all third choice. It was all scripted. I mean, I loved playing Rita, damaged and frail, and I loved wearing no makeup, because then I could come to work 5 minutes before I had to shoot. It was awesome. I also like to sleep. So it was really, season 1 for me was my favorite season, and that was my favorite Rita. The evolution of her, they wanted her to be kind of, basically, I mean, what they were trying to do was show that, Rita was finally living her dream, her ideal. And that was to be like to have the perfect life. And obviously we see why they were doing that, because at the end of season 4, they got the rug ripped out from underneath her. And it probably wouldn't have had the same impact. Because here she was finally having everything that she ever wanted in life. The 3 children and the beautiful new house and the perfect husband. And so that was all scripted.
The other question is, again, just because I think Dexter is so phenomenal, is there a different vibe? What was the feeling like on the set of that show, working with the cast on that show compared to some of the other work that you've done? Was there any difference? And if there was a difference, what was it?
Oh, they're all a very serious group of actors. I'm not. I always felt like, what am I doing here? They're all very serious, and almost everybody on the show's from New York. It is, been to graduate school, theater programs, and very highly trained. And I mean, I'm trained, but I don't know, I'm not that trained, I guess. I mean, I work hard at what I do, but I also enjoy having fun. And everyone came from, mostly theater, not me. I come from TV. So it was interesting because they were very serious on set all the time, and I like to joke around and keep things light. I mean, I'm one of those crazy people that can laugh up until they yell action, and then they can burst into tears and bawl my eyes out. So I'm really good at that, and sometimes I can distract people, so I had to kind of figure out who I could joke around with and who I couldn't. But yeah.
Thanks a lot.